welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a TBR, and TBR stands for to be read. Just to let you guys know here on my channel, because my channel is mostly beauty based, so some of you guys might not know like the booktube side of things, which is just my list of books that I currently am reading or want to read. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it short to 4 books, just because sometimes booktubers, they come on here and they list a whole bunch of books. I realistically don't have time to read a lot of books, so I know that I will be fooling myself, so I always keep it to a minimum of like 4 to 5 books. All of these books are fiction. I really like to read fiction mostly because it gets my mind off things. It sets me in a different world, and it just puts me in a different place and kind of gets my mind off of life right now. But I have my set few of self-help books that I read over and over again. I don't really read just like any self-help book. Some just honorable mentions have to be like Charlemagne the God, Black Privilege, The 4 Agreements, Codependency No More, and The Secret. So yeah, those books are like my go-to right now, to where like if I'm really feeling down and I need something to up me, I read those books. I will have those in the description box below. But for now, let's just get into the TBR and the books that I picked up to read this month. All of these books I got from my library. I do get a lot of books from my library just because sometimes I don't want to buy a book, but if I really like a book, I'll buy it so I can read it again and have it in my collection, you know what I mean? But I don't always buy my books just because I'm on a budget. The first book I want to talk about is Confessions: The Paris Mysteries. This is a book written by James Patterson. If you guys don't know, James Patterson is my favorite author. I love his books. My brother gave me a bunch of his books like growing up. I love the Michael Bennett books and stuff like that. So I saw this book and I was really interested in the book because it said Paris on it. If you guys don't know, I love Paris. I'm like obsessed with Paris. Eiffel Tower. I'm learning to speak French right now. Like, I don't know why. I really don't know where this has came from. I don't know anyone from Paris in my life, but I just like Paris. It's about a young girl who inherits a fortune from her grandmother, who was in some type of show business. She has a boyfriend slash a lover who you're introduced to in the first few pages, and he's pretty much a sketchy guy. It seems like when he's with her, he loves her so much, but then he just disappears. And what I can tell just from the first few chapters is that this guy might be a little dangerous for her, and his father is a threat to him and their relationship. So that's all I know about this book. It's very interesting. I really like the way James Patterson writes. He keeps me involved in the story. He gives me a lot, but just enough to keep me wondering. So far, I really like this book and I can't wait to finish it. The next book is from Alafair Burke. I hope I'm saying that right, but from Alafair Burke, and it is the book The Wife. This book seems to be about a woman who marries a man, and at first she sees it as a new beginning to the future and as a positive thing, just a new beginning for her to start fresh. And later on, and this man is a professor at NYU in New York City. A few years into the marriage, he becomes a best-selling author and becomes pretty popular and pretty much a celebrity. And with this new fame, some allegations come out about him and a student intern, accusing him of inappropriate behavior. And then another woman comes out and has some allegations against him as well. I think the book is mainly the wife trying to wrap her head around all of this. She stands by him, but sometimes you gotta look a little deeper into things. You know, they say where there's smoke, there's fire. So that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to uncrack these mysteries about what really happened and the woman behind these allegations, and also her husband and his secrets. So yeah, I thought this was so interesting, especially because the time we're in now, with all of these like sexual harassment allegations coming out, and this is pretty much happening every day right now. So I always think in those situations like about the wife, like, and a lot of times you see the wife stand by the husband. I'm like, is it that she doesn't believe the woman, or is it that she just doesn't want to give up her marriage, and that must be so hard for her. But yeah, I guess we'll find out. The next book is also from James Patterson, and this book is Two from the Heart. I mainly was drawn to it because of the cover of the book, also because James Patterson. It seemed like a love novel for some reason. Right now, when I'm missing my boyfriend and we at boot camp, I just want to get into some like love stories and like get my mind away, you know? This book seems to be about a woman who basically her life gets torn upside down. First, her marriage falls apart, and then she loses her home in a hurricane, and she's basically homeless. She's lost at this point, and she basically decides to go around cross country and ask different type of people, family, friends, and strangers, what's their best story. So she's just collecting stories from a bunch of different people about their lives, and I think that's so cool, and that speaks to me on so many levels because I've been this like broken, depressed, anxiety riddled little girl who like was so sheltered and so lost and distraught. And more recently, I decided to change my path and change how I think, how I act, what I do every day, and just my energy, and get out there and discover new things. So that's mainly why I picked up this book, because I felt like it spoke to me. But there's another section of the book about this young man. He's basically really, really rich. He has more money than he knows what to do with. He is looking for something else, something that is missing in a world where he can have everything. He enters an affair with someone, and basically we're trying to see if this is written off as a happy ever after, if this will really last, if this will really stick. It doesn't say if they are the two that meet up. It doesn't say anything like that at all. I think it's two separate stories. I have no idea because I haven't read the book yet. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. And the next book is Because You Love to Hate Me. This book I found out about from Marie. If you guys don't know, Marie is a booktuber on here. She's also known for like the best music in the early 200s. She's so sweet, and I love watching her videos on book recommendations. But this book, she actually edited, and also she wrote a story in here. This is basically a collaboration with 13 different booktubers. And basically what they're doing is rewriting the stories of a bunch of famous villains, some from Greek mythology, some from, you know, the Grimm tales, some from all around. But I thought this would be cool just to see book lovers write a book, and the different writing techniques, also editing. Just, I think this will be a good piece of literature for anyone studying literature, or if you love books itself. Also, I love stuff like that, like when people redo like fairy tales and stuff like that. I think that's really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna check out this book. I also like how it's different types of stories, so you can go back and forth. There's no particular way you have to read the book. So yeah, I really like that, and I'm looking forward to reading this book. So yeah, that is my current TBR. I don't do much book videos on my channel just because, like I said, it is a beauty based channel. So I don't want to bore you guys with books all the time. If you guys like this, or if you guys have any books you want to recommend to me, definitely comment down below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.